All right, so here's the steps going up. So I plan on using the circular saw to cut these stringers out, and you want to be as precise as possible with them. This is 12-foot long section board, but our stringers aren't that long. So what I'm going to do is trace it out on one of them using this as a master template for the other two. Cut them both at the same time, hopefully. That way they are identical. But can't cut on concrete, that's not good. So ideally I'd be putting these on some sawhorses, but I haven't built any and don't currently own any. So I'm going to be using these blocks here as my sawhorses. Now, some of you might be wondering why I'm reusing the stringer as my master template. And the reason is, it's still in good shape, it's still solid. The reason I don't have two stringers is due to the other one breaking. One of the little triangle sections here snapped off when taking off the riser, so can't use it. But this one does work, so I'm going to mark these. Now, one thing I did notice when taking down these steps, they were not built securely. There was nothing holding them in at the floor or on the sides. There was only those 3 lag bolts holding them in at the back. And it was simply being held in with a 1x12, or 1x10, sorry, 1x10 attached to the back of the stringers and then attached into the wall. Not very stable. They were pretty wobbly. The stringers were not spaced properly either. There are only 2 of them instead of 3. So since we are enclosing the stairwell with our wall, it's a good idea to put in that 3rd stringer right down the middle. And if you have any suggestions, leave comments in the comment section. But now we have traced our template from our stringer onto the bottom, onto this board. Then we'll match up our boards, clamp them together, and cut them. here we have our stairs. As you can see, some of it is pretty roughed in. I just wanted to get a mid process here. These are the risers. So if you're looking at these and you're going, man, those look pretty steep. You're right, they are. So we have an 8-inch rise on these, and we have a 9-inch tread. So right here, here to here is 8 inches, and then our tread from here to here is 9 inches. This, by the way, would not meet International Building Code. International Building Code is no more than 7.5-inch rise, so that's from here to here, and no less than 11-inch tread, which is from here to here. So we are considerably outside the International Building Code for stairs, and the reason is because of our space. So this house was built in 1888. As you can tell, it is definitely old. We've got some timbers. It's a timber-built house, and we are repairing these stairs. We're not necessarily tearing out and completely new. We did, however, remove the stairs to repair them, but this center riser here is original, and then there's a couple other pieces that are original as well that we were able to keep to repair these. If you see that painted concrete back there, there was a single lag bolt. You can see the hole right there. That was all that was holding the stairs in place. So clearly they needed to be taken out and repaired or replaced. I wanted to make them a little bit longer, get that larger tread, but I couldn't because of this right here. So as you can see here, we have a light right there. Over here, we have some plumbing, and then we've got drain lines right there. That's a toilet drain. That is a shower drain. Okay. And my thought was to come up here and take this piece out. However, behind this is some ductwork and other integral parts of the building. So we weren't able to remove this to give us a little more headroom, because that's another area that this stairwell does not meet building code. So international code, and the reason is because from this location, the bottom of the ceiling to the stairs down there needs to be 6 foot 8 inches, and we have right around 6 feet 2 inches there, which is considerably less than code. But we weren't able to tear this piece out because there is some structural elements behind it, which leaves us with our stairs. Now, since I was reusing the existing riser, I just used it as a template to build the other two, or stringers, sorry, the other two stringers on the two sides. Now, how we secured those is down here. You can see there, we're going to be adding another step here, by the way, so we just need to check on the door going into the room on where that's going to go, and then we can put in the steps. So, but how we secured this is pretty interesting. For the outside two risers, we put them right into the studs of the walls right here, and then we also secured them with blocks underneath. Now these blocks are not going to go anywhere. They're Tapcon nailed into the concrete, so they are secured into the concrete and then to each other, and as you can see right there. So the center one, also the original stairs only had 2 stringers, this one and another one. In the removal process, one of the stringers was damaged and not repairable, so that's why we scrapped it. But with this being a 36-inch wide stairwell, we definitely need 3 stringers to manage that weight load. So We put the original in the middle and then 2 new ones on the sides. We cut them out of 2x12s and use that center one as a template, so they're all the same. But as you can see here, we wedged block in to hold that in place, and then also there are some mechanical fasteners, nails, for the layman, nails holding that in place so it's not going to go anywhere. On the top up here, everywhere where there is a stud, we nailed our riser in place, as you can see right there, and that goes straight into the stud bay, see, into the studs of those walls. Up here, what we did is we used one of these cool nifty hangers right there at the top, which worked really well. So now what I'm going to do is finish putting on our risers, which are these boards, and then dry fitting in our treads that I'm currently stepping on temporarily. These, dry fit them in, and then hopefully by the end of the day we'll have these stairs done and ready for paint. Alright, so here we are with the stairs. The steps above me have been caulked and nailed into place, so they are finished as far as the stage is concerned. With these, I just wanted to highlight in this video how I'm putting the risers on. So this one, as you can see, is not attached, it's just dry fitted on. I have some latex caulking and some nails. These nails actually go to a nail gun that broke and I had leftovers, so I just separated them apart and they work really well. So the riser, which is this piece, I have already nailed into place, and it's now time to take my tread and put it on. So what I've done is I have leveled out my OSB riser here already. I'm going to prevent squeaking, that's the word I was looking for. I'm going to take some caulking, put it on each of my stringers before I put on my tread, and then 2 nails in each tread going into each stringer. So 6 nails total, and then it should work. We're going to be putting some paint on these, texturized paint and non-slick strips to help with traction going up and down, so we don't have anybody falling down these stairs. That we really don't want. So it's really simple setup. Just take your caulking gun, and I like to be generous with my caulking on the stairs because it's going to make it a lot less squeaky, and it'll fill in any of the voids. So just put it on there. Like so. Now these treads are pretty tight fit. I cut each one of them individually, so we want to put them on. Some of them I had to use the hammer and just give them a little persuasion on there. Make sure they're in, and then 6 nails and we're done. Alright, so here's the steps going up. As you can see, there is some caulking in there. That was to finish up the tube and not let it go to waste. These will be getting painted with a texturized paint, floor paint, and they should look pretty good. We're going to carry that paint over to cover up the OSB walls as well, and overall pretty happy with it. It did take quite a bit. This is my first stairwell to do much work to other than resurface, so very happy with it. Also, a big thank you and shout out to Zachariah. He's my 16-year-old son. He did most of the work. I just finished it up. him and Xander, my 13-year-old son, did almost all the demolition with it, and overall very happy with it. Victoria and Xander, my daughter and other son, they helped out quite a bit as well. So very thankful. As you can see, the stairs are a little steeper than we expected, but they're the same rise and run as the previous stairs. We did reuse that stringer and used it as a template. So this is how we can put these in and get a variance or alternate way of doing it that doesn't meet the International Building Codes current, because they did when they were originally installed, and all we're doing is repairing these stairs. So as you can see, they have a 8-inch rise and a 9-inch run on them. So overall, very happy with it. It is a little steeper than I expected now that they're actually in, but as shown earlier in the video, there's not a lot we can do about it. So stay tuned, probably show the paint process, and then we'll also have some footage of them being completely finished. So as always, this is Timothy Holt. Get out and grow something today. And when in doubt, do some research, and you can accomplish anything you set your mind to doing. So may God richly bless you.